Hello everybody, this is Benny Hills back with another Pioneer video, and before I start I just want to say Blue Light Control is the best deck in the format by far. I took the exact same list that I posted a trophy of yesterday and played it to another 5-0, and now 10-0 with the deck. Started off 8-0 in games, and it just feels so good. I've beaten Jeskai Luca twice, which I thought would be the one bad matchup. I've absolutely crushed aggro, the mana is so good. So yeah, I just think Blue Light Control is by far where you want to be if your only goal is to win. So that sort of leads me to a question. I would be happy to just like play like a spike and just play to win and like give commentary that will lead to like the best competitive results, which would mean playing another league with Blue Light Control today. So if you want that, definitely let me know in the comments. Alternatively, I can I'll always do some of that. I'm not just going to become like a total meme player, but I could also do a little bit of sort of mixing and matching and then, post the Blue Light Trophy then and then try some spice here. And so today we're going to the spice. This is a 29 land unexpected results deck that I think is pretty sweet. So it's based around the card unexpected results. So shuffle your library, reveal the top card, and you can cast it without paying its mana cost. It's important that it's cast. Oh, actually, sorry. One other quick announcement. People said that my audio was bad a while ago, and then I got a new mic, this mic, and since then people seem to think it was good. But then yesterday people said it was bad again. So I don't know if that means the constructive viewers just have a higher standard, or if the mic is broken, or what. But let me know if the audio is bad. It's weird that it would just get worse like that. But back to this deck. So you get to cast the card without paying its mana cost. So because it's a cast, instead of put it onto the battlefield or whatever, you do get cast triggers from these cards. So that's a really important thing because that makes this deck so much better against counter magic. Your other main thing to put into play is Ugin. Just clears out the board super well. Deals with planeswalkers, creatures, everything. So you're really hoping to just play unexpected results on turn 3 and hit one of these. But if you don't get that, you have Golos, which is pretty sweet. You can play Golos, search up Cascading Cataracts, which adds all 5 colors, and then activate Golos that way. And you're very likely to hit one of these in your top 3 cards. You can also use Dryad of the Elysian Groves to get all of your colors that way. The main ramp cards are these 12. They all put lands into play. And so you're playing 29 lands because you really want to play a land every single turn. And then there's a couple flex spots where I'm playing one Dryad of the Elysian Grove and one Courser of Kruphix. Courser is a bit better against aggro because of the life gain, and Dryad is a bit better when you just like need turbo ramp. So I'm not really sure which will be better. Playing one of each to sort of test that out. And then in the mana base, lots of sort of classic land. There's some Ipnu Rivulets to fuel your Uros, and because otherwise you don't fill your graveyard very quickly with this deck. There is 4 Shrine of the Forsaken Gods, which can add 2 mana, and 4 Castle Garenbrig, which can also add 2 mana. So between this, you have lots of ways to play cards ahead of schedule. And then the sideboard is a bit in flux. I don't know exactly what to do, but I do think Giganta is quite good because... Oh, what? Wait, it's not net? Oh, can't play Courser. Sorry, Courser, you're out. That's my bad. Well, I'm going to cut that, and I think I'm just going to add a 30th land. I sort of like the idea of having half lands. Yeah, I'll add one more Ipnu Rivulet. So, Giganta is a pretty sweet one. We will have decided that we won't be able to use it when we're bringing in Courser, but I still think Courser is worth it to have in the board because it is important to have like life gain cards that are good with your land plan against the aggro decks. But Giganta is good in game 1 because it well, first of all, you can just tap it for 5 for Golos, which is pretty sweet. But it also just like you have a lot of lands, you can flood easily, and so having a good play is nice for that. And then got some Mystical Disputes for blue matchups, Aether Gust for aggro matchups. Thought-Knot-Seer is just a good card. You can search for it with Sanctum of Ugin, and there are a lot of colorless lands in this deck. And then Nephalia Academy is sort of a spicy one against discard decks. It's sort of, you don't really want to have too many, like, you don't want to dilute your deck too much with your sideboard. So I like the idea of having lands in the sideboard that can upgrade my deck in a meaningful way without making us dilute our land count or, like, cut key cards of our engine. Like, we can never cut our cheap stuff, and we don't want to dilute our top end too much because we want to make sure unexpected results stays good. So, we'll see how this goes. I have not played with this deck before, and so, I mean, it could be ugly, but it could also be really, really sweet. So, we'll see. There's that 5-0 from the Blue Light Control deck. 2 trophies, both in a row. And we will hop on in. See how it goes. We had a chatty Jeskai Luca opponent in the last match. Alrighty, we have our opponent. And always you want to be on the play, but with this deck especially, just because you are very slow. Okay, so that's unfortunate. We really just want to be paired up against Yorion decks every round. Like, we can never really get outgrinded by anyone, but we can fall behind early. So hopefully they're not playing Burn or something like that. We'll reveal our Giganta. Ooh, wow. Pretty ridiculous to have a 30 land deck and have only one land in the opener. But, I mean, yeah, we obviously mulligan this. We need to just have a million lands. Okay. This is awkward because it doesn't have a play in the first 2 turns, but I think we're going to keep it. We'll keep and put back Yavimaya Coast. So, okay, Urborg and Thoughtseize, sure. Really, but we don't care about Thoughtseize that much. Basically, we're just trying to play as many lands as possible. So they take our Dryad, that's fine. We'll play our Breeding Pool. And pass. And so if they're trying to just, like, tear apart our hand and win that way, that will not be too good for them. Like, they need to be presenting a good proactive clock, too. So if they go, like, Thoughtseize into something, into Rabblemaster, that's a problem. But if their plan is, like, just outgrind us, that will not get the job done. Okay, I'm just going to play a tapped land. It gives away a bit of information, but I still think it makes sense to do. Like, we might end up using a lot of our lands every turn. So, Unexpected Results is a great draw there. They Thoughtseize us again, take our results, presumably. But then we can play Uro. Fabled Passage. This looks like a inverter start, but you can't do that now. Wow, okay, well, lots of Thoughtseizes. We don't really have any spells, but we don't need any spells particularly. We just need to keep on playing lands. And eventually we'll draw some big spells. One card you can play in this deck is Hour of Promise. That would definitely be a reasonable one. But I like Golos a bit better. Oh, are they going to Cling to Dust or Uro? Or they'll probably Cling Dust, yeah, something else. But then have that for Uro. So Uro will be pretty shut down here. We're just hoping to draw like Unexpected Results or something like that. Okay, another Uro, that's good. So I guess I'll play a land first just to play around Censor. I mean, it's like not the end of the world if they counter this, but we'd rather than not. So hopefully we draw like a Golos or an Unexpected Results. I would take a World Breaker too. Castle Garen Break would facilitate that next turn. Well, I think I'm just going to cast this. It's not great, but there's not really any value in holding it. So our whole land is on the battlefield. We have nothing. But we do have a lot of mana. So we need one more land before we can tap Shrine for 2. But one more land and Ugin is live. And right now, I mean, anything other than our huge Eldrazi are live. Again, like, we aren't doing anything, per se. We'll see. They can Cling to Dust something in a turn. We'll see if they do that. Yeah, we're not doing anything, but if we get to a stage in the mid-game where we both have a bunch of lands and we're top decking, that definitely favors us. No Cling to Dust there. That's interesting. And, okay, Fabled Passage, go. Well, sure, Sanctum of Ugin. So, I mean, yeah, we're just going to keep on playing lands. Like, this is, as long as they're not doing anything, we don't really care. Eventually, we'll draw our big creatures. Right now, we have, so we can tap a castle for 2 and a shrine for 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can't cast Emrakul or Kozilek or Ulamog, but we're only 1 mana shy of at least Emrakul, or of Kozilek. I mean, 3 times the charm, Ulamog. So that's pretty cool. I mean, we did need to eventually draw something, but we have so many live draws. The beauty of playing, we have very, very few cards that cost less than 3. So our only card in our entire deck that would be a true brick would be one of the remaining 3 Arboreal Grazers. Oh my gosh, wait, I'm just playing so bad. I'm sorry. We just have a Giganta. I totally forgot about that. Well, can't play that, but that's fine. So yeah, we definitely misplayed here. We could have played a Giganta this turn. And instead we're 1 mana shy. Right? Yeah. So that was a misplay, but I think we're going to win this game. I think this is just like a natural mismatch that will be hard for them to beat. And yeah, obviously if we draw, like, there's a lot of draws that would just turn on Emrakul, which would just win. Probably. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Yep, 9. Eliminate. Wow, yeah, that's a rough line. I mean, it's fair. That has no other targets in our deck. I mean, actually, it can kill an Uro, but our one Dryad is gone, so that won't do too much more than that. Unfortunately, we already had a creature in our graveyard. So are they just casting this on hopefully they don't hit the Dryad, but they might just Cling to Dust one of their own cards to draw a card. If we do draw Ipnu Rivulet, we can set up Uro next turn immediately. Yeah, obviously, we definitely misplayed though. We should have a 5/5 in play. So we'll see if they play a Planeswalker that we need to be attacking. Then definitely we'll regret that. If we draw Fabled Passage, we just have Emrakul. And now, like, yeah, I mean, lands are good and spells are good. So there's really, yeah, Arboreal Grazer is the only card in our deck that we don't want to see. Fetid Pools. Wow. Surprising that they played that instead of cycling that. Alright, they pass. What do we draw? Growth Spiral. Well, I think we'll just start with a Growth Spiral. See what we draw. Arboreal Grazer. No. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this for 6 mana, cast Giganta, and then cast Arboreal Grazer. Actually, this was probably dumb. We probably, like, playing the Grazer here does not do very much at all. And this doesn't play around Censor, because we can't use this 1 mana to pay for Censor. So, although, actually, no, never mind. We just have 5 mana, so we wouldn't have been able to do that either way. I don't think this matters. We'll see if they counter this. If they do, that's fine. We still have this Emrakul coming up. We've drawn a disproportionate number of our cheap cards. In our, let's see, we have, I think we have 12, 13 cards that cost 4 or less, or 3 or less. Yeah, 13, and we've already seen 6 of them. So, we have a lot of, like, the rest of our deck is pretty much all lands and huge plays. There's no Lily Under the Veil or something like that in this format that could make us discard our Emrakul. They have a play in the turn. Oh, is it just Cling to Dust our Growth Spiral? Oh, 4/4 Shark, sure. Actually, we're just going to chump block that with our Arboreal Grazer because that turns on Uro. Thought Erasure? No. Okay, so they get to snag our Emrakul. So now we don't have much going other than this Uro, but Uro is still going to be good. So they attack. Yeah, I'm just going to chump. There's not really... This Arboreal Grazer won't do more, and this insulates us against Cling to Dust. They put a Disallow into their graveyard. Wow. So let's see what we draw. Yavimaya Coast. Alright, well, I'm going to just cast Uro first. And we'll leave, I guess, just 1 Uro in the graveyard. It seems like our graveyard doesn't really matter outside of Emrakul and Uro, and I'd rather keep an extra Uro around than like have an enchantment in the graveyard for Emrakul. We have so much mana that we're coming up on the point where we can just cast Emrakul for 13. So they have a Disallow for the Uro. That's a bit unfortunate, but it's not too devastating. Any value in holding this land or playing this land? I think I'm just going to hold it just in case they draw a Thoughtseize or a Thought Erasure. So they're at 9. They're under a pretty fast clock. And if we can ever cast a big spell, we can sack the Sanctum of Ugin to get another big spell. So World Breaker would turn on our things. They do have Cling Dust to gain some life, but they don't have many cards in hand. And again, like, I mean, as long as they're not killing us quickly, we'll eventually kill them with just, like, a top deck. We have 5 Eldrazi Titans and 4 Ugins that would all probably end the game, for the most part at least. It is good for them that they have Disallow. Okay, do we have enough mana for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We do not. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, Jegantha cannot help cast Emrakul at all because it can only pay for colored pips. They just chump block. Interesting. I wonder if they have a way to give this -1/-1 or something, or... Yeah, I don't know. You cannot use the mana from this to activate another Castle Garenbrig. If we got to the point where we had 8 mana other than the castles, we could use that to add 12, but we're not there yet. Cling to Dust of Fabled Passage, sure. Alright, I mean, they're drawing cards, but they're still, like, we haven't seen any win conditions other than Shark Typhoon. If we just draw, like, another Shrine or a Fabled Passage, that would give us an Emrakul. If we draw Ibnu Revulet, that would give us an Uro. If we draw Ulamog, we can just cast it. Alright, that seems good. So, I'll start by hitting for 5. It's not the best Ulamog ever, obviously. The cast trigger doesn't do too much, but we can also just sack the Sanctum of Ugin now. So, to get a World Breaker, and we can actually pressure their mana fairly well. That's 4. That's 8, 9, 10. So we will exile, I guess, just 2 blue sources, doesn't really matter. I mean, the only advantage this does is it means they can't do as big of a shark, but that's something, I guess. So we could get another Ulamog. Yeah, that's probably our best bet. Let's grab another Ulamog. We don't have enough mana for another Ulamog right now, but they'll likely counter. Dig through time. Okay, sure. So, I mean, yeah, they have to deal with this Ulamog or else it'll kill them very quickly. And even if they do deal with it, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we draw any land, we have Ulamog. I guess if we drew, like, another Ulamog, that'd be sort of funny and sort of bad, but, I mean, yeah, like, most of our deck is lands, and most of our non-lands are basically lands, like Unexpected Results. This is the sort of matchup that you play this deck for. Like, these sort of blue-based control decks that have a slow clock, they really can't do anything about what we're doing. Like, that blue-white control deck that I'm 10-0 with would maybe beat this deck 5 times out of 100, but it would just be the absolute most brutal mismatch imaginable, pretty much. I mean, they just looked at a bunch of cards, so we'll see. Maybe they have something, but I'm not really sure what they could have. There's no Fractured Identity or things like that in this format. We might not sideboard at all here. I mean, I guess we probably should bring in Mystical Disputes. But I'm not even sure we want those, honestly. They Thoughtseize us, they can take one of them, but obviously they'll see that they're pretty dead. I mean, we could bring in Thought-Knot Seer. Thought-Knot Seer is probably decent. Oh, Nephalia Academy also seems quite good. But What do we not want? I guess we can probably board down slightly on the arboreal grazers here. Okay, well, I'm just going to go to combat. And then they just die to these creatures. And we also can play Emrakul now, I think. Oh, no, we're one shy still. But that's fine. We'll see what they do about this. Hopefully they let us attack so we can just see their deck and be able to know what 20 cards are. Okay, they just concede. Sweet. So we'll bring in these 2 academies. Bring out one forest. I think we well, okay, let's see. I guess we'll bring out also 1 Fabled Passage. We don't want to run out of sources here. Because, like, there's some decks where, like, oh yeah, if you have all 6 of your basics, you're fine. But here, like, we literally just want, anytime we miss a land drop, that's bad. So, we'll bring in these disputes, I think. I mean, they're not even that good, though. Yeah, I actually don't think we want disputes, but I think we do want Thought-Knot Seers over Grazers. Maybe we do bring in disputes and go a bit lower on land since we're not playing the Grazers. Like, we could cut 1 more forest and cut this Grazer and cut this Dryad. Just be sort of streamlined like this. So we're obviously very slow. We have very few cards that cost less than 4 even, but I think that's fine. Like, it looks like their early game will just consist of Thought Seizing us a lot of times, and so that's fine. We'll just keep on playing land drops every turn. And now we have no cards that are card disadvantage. So yeah, we'll run this. This deck is pretty sick when it's good. Like, it looked really embarrassing in the matchups where they just go like, I don't know, Zorgo on turn 1 and you concede. But like, against decks that aren't trying to kill you quickly, it's just so hard to interact with what we're doing. Okay, I'll keep this hand. No plays for the first 2 turns, but that's pretty much our entire deck. They can Thoughtseize us, and we don't care. Double Shrine is nice with Emrakul, and just nice in general. Shrine is our best land in the deck, because you can't use 2 Castle Garenbrigs well, but you can use 2 Shrines well. I guess it will be bad if they have a sideboard Pack Rat plan or something like that. That's their main way to win. Thoughtseize into Pack Rat would beat us. No Thoughtseize on turn 1. So these double Rivulet will be nice with Uro at some point, potentially. Although, we will not be sacking them for a while. Search for Azcanta? Sure. Okay, I'll just play Coast. Here's a spot where it would be actually nice to have a Mystical Dispute. Okay, they bought him an Extinction Event. I mean, that deals with indestructible creatures, but it still does not seem great. Unmoored Ego. Wow. I wonder what this is naming. I actually have no idea. And the fact that I don't know is a good sign. I mean, they might still want to bring this in. In general, I think people sideboard these effects way too much. They might just have a bunch of dead draws that they're just trying to, like, replace with something that does something, but still, like, that's just card disadvantage for them. They're down to 3 cards in hand now. So we're out of Ulamog's, but we still have 3 Emrakuls and 4 Ugins as our, like, main top-end threats. Lots of Rivulets. So I'll play 1 just to have Uro mana be live. Oh, we can also just win with Thought-Knot Seers, too. Ooh, that's a pretty spicy one. Also, just nice to draw to get out of our deck for unexpected results, since that's, like, the one true brick. Beautiful! Got him! No one expects the Mystical Dispute from the unexpected results deck. That's pretty great. So now we can just jam one of our, or jam unexpected results. Deal. That's so brutal. I mean, they could have a way to deal with it if they have like a murderous rider or something, but if they don't, this is probably the best deck for Ugin's Ultimate that I've ever played. If we could just, like, putting all the lands into play is actually awesome, and then we have tons of huge Eldrazi as well. Oh man, unexpected results, so OP. Alright, sure, so we'll just shoot them again. We could use Rivulet and then, wait, do we have the mana to play Uro this turn? No, we're one colored mana shy. Also, we're getting close to Emrakul. I still think, even though, like, I would rather just play Emrakul soon than Uro soon, so I'm just going to play this. Next turn, we can have 6 mana from our shrines. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, yeah, we have Emrakul next turn. They have to deal with the Ugin, and even if they do, then we just have Emrakul to follow up. Feel sort of bad for the opponent. Their deck is interesting. I can imagine it being good depending on what the meta looks like, but it will not work here. They scry, and then they can flip their search. Although we'll see if they're pros. Okay, 2 on the bottom, so never mind. It would be pretty funny if they topped 1, then we're like, wait, whoops, we wanted this card, and now we can't flip our search. Alright, do they have an answer to the Ugin? Land, 2 cards left. Let's go. Tap 7, Agent of Treachery, Ultimate your own Ugin. That would be good, but I don't think that's likely. There's honestly some argument to just Rivuletting ourselves at the end of this turn. That would set up Uro and likely fuel our Emrakul as well. Although I guess we already have 3 types. Like, we don't have that many. I would put a land in the graveyard, though. Yeah, maybe that is a good move, but they'll probably just concede before it comes to that. Okay, well, that's something. Now we're definitely going to Rivulate ourselves so we can play Uro. So let's see. Blue, colorless, mill ourselves 4. Second one of these. Wow, just all lands. That's funny. Well, we'll just do this. That's pretty sick. Wow, I'm actually really happy they let us do this. Please let us finish this. Oh no, they have a disallow. Okay. That looks really bad, but it's still not that bad. Like, we can just play Uro now and we still have an Ugin in play. I should have known that was coming, but I don't really care. Blue, blue, green, green, Uro. Just taking out a bunch of lands. Yeah, I guess just all lands. It'll be easier to get more lands in the graveyard in the future than to get the other card types. Represent that Mystical Dispute. We still have 2 throws they have to deal with, and they're at a low life total. They do have an Azcanta, but I still think that won't be enough. I mean, if they can't deal with the Uro, then it's going to start getting us such good value. They could make a 6/6 Shark and trade with the Uro. I'll play that, just have a painless blue source. Play our Shrine. We'll plus on them. And now they're dead to Ugin or our next turn. And we have up this Dispute, which could maybe do something. Pitch making a big shark. Gearhulk. Well, I'll dispute this. Wow, actually that's awesome. I was not expecting that dispute to be so good, but it really was. Alright, sweet. 1-0, good start. Alright, we have our opponent for round 2. After a very, very easy round 1. Hopefully we can keep that rolling for a bit. You know, I feel a little bit bad having Ugin in my deck and having Bolas behind me. Feels like a bit of a flavor, I don't know, something bad, but so far it hasn't come back to bite us yet. this also extends our win streak to 11 matches straight. Hopefully we can keep that going. We're on the play, so good start. I won't forget that I had that card this game. And a good hand. I mean, classic hand, like no plays in the first 2 turns, but we're just playing lands, and this hand can certainly play lands. We have our colors, we have some good lands, we have a fairly fast Uro potentially. Actually, yeah, this is a good, even against aggressive decks, this is a decent hand. Now we can test out Dryad. We'll see if we would rather. So the main options this could be, it's Dryad, Courser, which would preclude Giganta. It could just be another land. It could be, I forget, that 1/1 that when it comes into play, you look at the top 5 cards and put a land into play tapped, which is what I used to have. Or it could be another Golos. So we'll see which one of those we would most want that to be in this situation. All right, Blood Crypt is a good sign, especially Blood Crypt tapped. Yeah, we'll just play Coast. In general, I like to play colored mana as early on, just because it's better with Uro, but, like, I don't think that's something you have to do per se. Okay, yeah, this should be good. I like our odds here. So, I think we're just going to play... I'm not actually sure which we would rather play here. I think Dryad. I think I'd slightly prefer to play Dryad here. That just ramps us next turn and this turn. And so next turn we can play Unexpected Results, presumably. Okay, they kill our Dryad, so the one that puts land in play would have been much better there. I mean, we did so. Oh, actually, we got some solid value. We can just Golos now, and now we have a next turn. We can just use Golos if we draw a land. We are. I mean, we could get another land, but I think I like getting Cascading Cataracts here. Make the Golos a must-answer threat. Although I guess if we got another Shrine, that would mean when we have 8 lands in play, yeah, that would put us closer to playing the Ulamog. But I still think I like making the Golos must-answer. So if they spend their turn dealing with Golos, then we can just kill them the turn after. Oh, one thing to note, this puts you net down 1 mana. You have to pay 5 and tap it. So you tap 6 land to make 5 lands. So we can, even if we draw a land, we actually cannot Golos next turn. But that's fine. Let's see. This only is for casting spells, so it cannot work on mana abilities. Okay, so they're playing Niv Mizzet. Sure. They reveal... I mean, they got a lot of things. Did they get Bring to Light or... take Bring to Light, so that's what they have. Well, I think we're going to start by just playing Unexpected Results. See what we hit. If we hit another land, we can play Unexpected Results again. Oh, whoops. Actually, I guess we'll... No, land is actually probably an above average hit, honestly, here. We could fetch first to just take a land out of our deck, but I would be very happy to hit a basic land. Okay, well, Unexpected for Unexpected. What? Okay, so we hit a Castle Garenbrig, that's fine. Now we play this. We'll fetch and get an islet, or a forest, I guess, because we have to. That's so funny to hit so many unexpected results there. So we'll keep the train going. Cast Unexpected Results again. Put another Castle Garenbrig into play. Alright, now we have Ulamog easily next turn. Although, actually, no, we don't, because they can Thought Erasure us. But, that's fine. I mean, the 6/6 will kill us fairly quickly. But we can also play Uro next turn. Plus, if we draw something, then we can play that. So, I think we're in a pretty good shape here, even though they are doing a lot of things. So, that we can... They sort of have pressure to kill the Golos, too. They Thought Erasure, take our Ulamog. And they'll definitely take this. And then... If they don't Dreadbore the Golos, we'll just use Golos, and that is a very high chance of hitting something broken. So they do go for that. So now we can either play Uro or Unexpected Results. I think I like playing Results first. Uro takes 7 overall. Do we have enough for both? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because we can use Castle Garenberg twice. So I think we are going to start with an Unexpected Results. Yeah, we're going to start that. So oh wait. Maybe we should just play Uro. Actually, yeah, we're going to start with Uro because I do want to, like, gain some life. Like, our life feels under a bit of pressure, so we can play this. And then if we draw a land... Wait. Okay, let's think this through for a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, this costs 7 to play and escape. So, if we draw 2 lands in a row, we can do everything we want to. But that won't happen. So actually, we're not going to be... Yeah. So we're just going to play Unexpected Results to start then. Since I don't think we're going to be able to escape. And... Oh, that's so bad. Okay. Obviously, worst case scenario. Yeah, that sucks. So now we're pretty far behind, actually. We will cast... Uro. Land into play and just pass. Man, yeah, that is super unfortunate that we hit our Arboreal Grazer. A land would have been totally fine. That was our only, like, true brick there. And now they have Nahiri. They can bring to life for another Niv Mizzet if they want to. Okay, we're in pretty bad shape now, honestly. Hitting Arboreal Grazer there was rough. And, like, I mean, you obviously know there's a chance that's happening when you play your Unexpected Results, but we only have 4 cards that are absolute bricks. I mean, Growth Spiral would be sort of a brick, but at least it does something. But we have 2 draws here. We could just hit an Eldrazi or something. Looks like they are bringing the lighting here. Oh, no, just Nahiri. Sure. That's not that scary. I mean, our life was under some pressure, and they can ultimate Nahiri pretty quickly. But we could just draw an Ulamog and take out Nahiri and Niv Mizzet. Or we could draw Emrakul and, you know, Suicide Disc and then discard their best card. Or, you know, also with Bring to Light, that gives a lot of options. So we have a lot of great draws. Okay, I'm just going to sack this because we definitely don't want to draw a land here. Alright, sweet. So that costs 7. So, let's see. We can do this once. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6. 7, 8. And then use this colorless and a bunch of the green. Cast Emrakul. And cast... we should have done this in the other order, I think, but I don't think it really changes anything. And then cast Uro. Exiling... Let's see, we'll exile a land. We have a bunch of sorceries, so we can exile 2 of those. I'll take out another land, and then Ulamog doesn't do much. Yeah. So we have Artifact, Enchantment, Instant Sorcery. Sure. Okay, so now we should be in pretty good shape. I think that this Emrakul will put in some good work. We'll see their hand. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I think we want to plus this first and discard Enter the God Eternals. Actually, no. Probably Utter End. Oh, wait, no, that's an instant. What does this do again? Yeah, we're going to take out this. It's a fairy. Okay. And then we will cast... Oh, wait, no, we should have... Oh, wait. We have 7 mana, so we can Bring to Light, white, blue, red, black, green. This can add red or black, right? Yeah, I can add black. So we'll cast Bring to Light. And then probably, I mean, we could either fail to find... Oh, no, we're actually definitely not going to fail to find. We'll see what we... hit. We could get Hour of Devastation, actually. No, I don't love doing that. I mean, I think we're just going to get Thought Erasure targeting ourselves. I mean, it's targeting them. Oh, wait, it's target opponent. Well, alright, we'll just do it to Scry 1. That was bad. I'm just playing sloppy because we're, like, very ahead. Top card is Bring Light, so we'll put that into the graveyard. That actually worked out fairly well. Red, black, Dreadbore this. We'll play the land because they probably want to cycle it. And then we'll attack the 6/6 into Emrakul. So they have Utter End, which can hit Uro, but not Emrakul. And then, I mean, they can bounce our Emrakul, but then we can just recast it. So, yeah. Seems like we're in pretty good shape here. Although, I guess time is a bit of a concern. Yeah, I should have read Thought Erasure, but I do think I'm honestly more worried about timing out than a lot of other ways we could lose this game. So we'll see what they go with here. Are they just gonna Teferi bounce Emrakul? We also have Giganta still. Oh, I forgot about that. So we should have gotten Giganta into our hand, but we have a lot of mana, so shouldn't matter too much. So they do bounce our Emrakul. We'll just cast that again. Are they going to Utter End our Uro? They should. Because otherwise we can use their Utter End. Sure. Okay, so it actually could cost us potentially that we did it the way we did. So, I'm just going to cast a Growth Spiral. Well, that's not great. So, 6, 7, 8. Cast Emrakul. I'm just going to cast this, and we'll put this into our hand, and pass it back, and we'll see what they have, but probably nothing. Uro. Do we want to cast this? Does that do anything for us? I think we are going to cast it, just because, like, we could draw something that will hurt them more. Okay, I guess I'll just shock here. And then not plus. Yeah, that was not the best Emrakul turn. I mean, we could escape this, but that doesn't seem great, so I'm just going to pass. Alright, yeah, that wasn't great at all, but we still have an Emrakul in play, and we have a 5/5 in hand. They can play their Uro, but we also just have so many live draws. Like, even if we have all bricks, I don't know if they can beat this Emrakul. And the Emrakul is just a 2-turn clock right now. Actually, not quite, unfortunately. But we also could just, like, we have so many live draws that would just put us even further ahead. So cast that, yep. Go up to 24. Okay, they drew a land, that's nice. They have one Sylvan Caryatid that we know about. Or was it Paradise Druid? I don't remember. Well, okay, yeah. So now they have nothing. We have this Emrakul. They still have an Uro? Okay, that's not good. Oh, whoops. That was stupid. Although, I mean, yeah, it's not doing anything in play either, but that did not accomplish too much. And then we'll hit them for 13. And now they can hit us with their Uro, and, well, I mean, we'll probably just chump block with an Arboreal Grazer. And then they'll be going to 1, and they'll have to chump block our Giganta. Oh, wait. For some reason, okay. I'm playing a bit sloppy just because I am worried about time. We are going to end of turn crack this Ipnu Rivula on ourselves, because we could potentially hit an Uro. And we should have done that already. Okay, hit 2 Ugins. Okay, well, we drew toward the Uro at least. So we'll cast that. Draw Ulamog, and then we'll just cast that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ulamog. Hit their this and this. And then we'll just hit them with both. They have to chump block this. They go to 1. We have Ulamog in play. Our life total is 15. We have an Uro in graveyard. This game is over. Now they're just going to... I mean, if they don't concede now, they're just trying to time us out. So that's annoying, but it is what it is. Alright, sweet. So, then take down Niv in game 1. This should be a good matchup. I mean, if they get a quick 6-6 and just beat us down with that, that could kill us, but I think it should be pretty good overall. Aether Gust and Mystical Dispute are both options. But I kind of think we should just play our main deck again. I mean, yeah, a lot of these cards could be brought in, but like, I don't really want to play Counter Magic against Teferi. I guess Teferi does shut down Unexpected Results, actually. That's quite annoying. Maybe we do bring in Disputes, then. It's good against Bring to Light and Teferi and Niv Mizzet. I actually think we might cut the Unexpected Results in this matchup. Is that crazy? Maybe it is. No, I kind of think I do want to do this. It was good there, but Teferi is a 4-off, and it's so bad against Teferi. And if we did that, we could bring in, like, how good is Thought-Knot Seer? It seems okay, but not great. I guess we could bring in some Gusts, maybe. Courser would shut down Giganta, and this is a matchup where having Giganta is nice. This is also an option. They have some discard, but I don't think they have quite enough to make that worth it. I think I'm going to play 1 Unexpected Results. If they shut down 1 with their Teferi, that's whatever. If we have multiples, then that's pretty devastating. But yeah, we'll run this. So having 4 Grazers and 3 Disputes does make Unexpected Results worse. But again, like, we have 1. I think this is fine. Plus, we could always just spike it and get a turn 3 win from it. And this is definitely a matchup where I do want the Arboreal Grazer because we just want to be fast. Like, we don't want them to be hitting us for 6 too early, too much before we can be doing meaningful things. So we'll reveal this. Hopefully get a good hand. Well, I mean, 2 Emeralds in the opener is bad, but I think I actually am going to keep this. Like, again, what we look for in this deck with our opening hand is just being able to put lands into play. And we can do that with this hand. Okay, that's a great draw. I'll just play Castle. So next turn we can go Coast, Growth Spiral, turn after Uro. And, like, again, yeah, this Emerald's a long way away. Both of them are, but that's fine. I mean, they probably won't kill us too fast. Drop something. They crack for a swamp. That's interesting. I mean, green is their most important color early, but I imagine that just means they have a green Shockland or something in their hand. Yep, there's the green Shockland, so I imagine a Caryatid is coming down here. Okay, that's worse than... We would have loved to see a Thought Erasure. I mean, they could take our Growth Spiral, I guess, but, like, the main cards we care about are the lands here. We could put Giganta into our hand and then play it on turn 4. But I think it's probably going to be better to play Uro and accelerate our mana. Okay, yep. They have their own Uro. So they're accelerating. I mean, hopefully, I guess what we really want to find is a Mystical Dispute. Okay, they play a Thoughtseize. I'm just going to fire off this in response. It gives them an opportunity to take whatever we hit, but I don't care too much about that. I'd rather just accelerate the land drops a bit. They might have a Mystical Dispute here that they're considering playing. They don't. Okay, I'll just put Fabled Passage into play, and we're just going to crack an island for it with it. Alright, so we'll see if they take one of the Emrakuls or the Uro. They go for an Uro, makes sense. So we'll just grab Jegantha. Play this tapped, and pass the turn. See, like, this is a spot where Jegantha is just so good. Like, we can make a decent play. A 5/5 on turn 4 is not, like, broken, but they've sort of gone for our hand, and we still have a good play to make. But hopefully, I mean, yeah, they're probably just getting a Niv here, which is much better than a 5/5, so we are behind. Bring the Light for Niv Mizzet. We'll see what they end up revealing. Hopefully some bricks. Hopefully just all Thoughtseizes. So they get a Teferi, a Bring to Light, and a Narset. Well, there's our one unexpected result, so we'll see. Hopefully we can get there. Okay, Yavimaya Coast, that's fine. And yeah, it's honestly decent. A 5/5 doesn't do anything, so just like getting some free acceleration seems good. Next turn we can play unexpected results twice if we hit a land. Oh wait, oh no, Teferi will shut that down now. Bummer. So yeah, now we're just gonna play Jegantha, I guess. I mean, we could unexpected results and hope to hit a land, but I don't think that is really a winning line. This will kill us very quickly. Uro, okay, so I'll cast Uro. And then we can just play Jegantha. The life gain could be relevant. And there's even a chance we'll end up playing unexpected results just to, like, fill the graveyard a bit. But I do think it's a bit better to just cast this here. Oh, wait, next turn we can just play Emrakul. I think, right? It costs 10. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So we have Emrakul next turn. So that'll be pretty nice. Hopefully they don't Thoughtseize us or something. Playing Bring to Light. Oh, no. They're paying 6 mana. Rakdos' return. That sucks. Wow. Okay, now we're just almost definitely dead. I mean, we can play Uro. They bounce our Jegantha, sure. So we're not dead on board, but Rakdos' return was rough there. Like, if we could have just cast Emrakul. I mean, we could still cast Emrakul if we draw it, maybe. Alright, so Uro, green, green, blue, blue. Exile, land, creature, creature, land. So instant, I guess. Oh well, we have to take out like everything. All right. Well, yeah, we're in very bad shape here. Them having Rakdos' return was unfortunate, and us drawing the Arboreal Grazer is obviously not great either. We pass this. And we have a decent board, but like unfortunately we'll go down to 3, then up to 6, and then dead. So we will die unless we hit something. Actually, we can Hypno reveal it ourselves and play another Uro. So we can actually gain 6 and survive. But they still have like Bring to Light and Nahiri and stuff, so I think we are going to lose this one. Man, if they hadn't had that Rakdos' return. Okay, it's basically Emrakul or bust now, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can't cast Emrakul actually. Yeah, we're definitely dead. Escape Uro. Actually no, if we draw Ulamog, we could win this. Or Ugin. Oh yeah, we have some draws. Ulamog or Ugin, let's see it. Alright. That was rough. Rakdos' return is quite good against us, although not always. It's good against us if you also have a fast clock. They've had early Niv Mizzets consistently, which is a bit annoying. I think I would rather... do we just want Thought-Knots here, actually? We could cut that. Academies seem okay, actually, especially if they have Rakdos' return too. We could bring in these, cut a Fabled Passage, and a Rivulet, and bring in some Thought-Knot Seers over, like maybe over a Dryad. On the play, Dryad becomes worse. Bring in this, and do we want any more? Or like, do we want to try and find another cut? We could go 29 lands, but yeah, I'll cut one forest and bring in the Thought-Knots here. Actually, Ipnu Rivulet might be better than Fabled Passage since it can add colorless. Yeah, we'll do this. They have a lot of like sort of bad cards, and then they really rely on like one or two cards to carry them. And if we can just like snipe their Bring Light or something, we could be in pretty good shape. Okay, we'll keep this. A lot of top end, and honestly, we want more lands, but we have Growth Spiral into Uro. And Nephalia Academy could be good. Oh, that'll be sort of funny if turn 2 they play their Thought Erasure, and in response we play Growth Spiral and Nephalia Academy to effectively counter it. Although, actually, I'm not even sure we would put anything on top. We might just want to draw lands here. Like, we care about the Growth Spiral, but then, like, yeah, sure, they can Thoughtseize our Aura. That doesn't do too much. They're also on a mold of 5 now. We're just hoping to hit lands, pretty much. If the top 6 cards of our deck were all lands, that would be maybe a win? I don't know. Alright, Breeding Pool tapped and pass. Oh, Thought-Knot Seer would be a nice draw. When they're on a mulligan, if we could go turn 3 Thought-Knot Seer off of a Growth Spiral, I would take that. They play a Plains Swamp Forest, Esper Triome. Alright, my opponent took several minutes there in their own end set, basically, before passing, but finally have. Drawing Emrakul is obviously not what we wanted to see here. Yeah, that's not ideal. Right now, really wishing we had more lands. So we'll cast a Growth Spiral. And then do we want an Nephalia Academy? Oh my gosh, wow. So we're definitely not putting anything on top. Like, our draw steps have been horrendous. We'll presumably take our Uro. I mean, I guess we could put Uro on top. Like, no, that doesn't do much. I mean, it basically just draws 3 and then puts us in the same situation or gains 3, but then puts us in the same situation we would be in. Except if we draw another card we would want to cast, then that's worse. And I think the 3 life is not worth that, especially since we already can just get our Gigantha. That's really rough though to have so few lands. And we're playing 29 right now, I believe, right? Oh no, maybe. Or did we go down to 28? Wait. Click the discard card. So I'm just going to discard this naturally. So hopefully we just draw land. Which doesn't seem like too much to ask in a 28 land deck. Is it? Oh no, I think we're on 29. I don't remember how many lands we have actually. We cut 3. I would love to draw any of these cards right now, so it's pretty sad about that. Shrine, perfect. I'll put Gigantha into my hand, and then just cast Arboreal Grazer, because it doesn't do any good in my hand. Well, actually, it could. Yeah, it could. It could be nice insulation if they go for a Rakdos' return that does not hit our whole hand. So if we draw 3 more lands, we can play Ugin. Oh my gosh. That's rough. We've drawn two Emrakuls and an Arboreal Grazer in our, like, land-light draw. I mean, we're getting pretty killed now. I think we're very behind. Which, I mean, they mulled a 5, and I also just think we have a natural advantage, but our draw steps have not been kind to us. Nahiri, okay, that's bad. I mean, yeah, that's really, really, really bad. They're going to get a Niv Mizzet in 2 turns. Yeah, I think we're actually like 2% to win this game now, which is ridiculous because it seems like it should be good, but we've just been drawing so horribly. Alright, well, it also is possible that this is just a bad deck. Like, we don't have many ways to control this sort of thing to stop it from happening. We cast our Gigantha. Actually, yeah, I mean, there's a possibility Gigantha can pressure the Nahiri effectively. But they could also just go land, bring the light here. They discard Uro. Play land. Okay, do they have it? Oh, they cannot play... Actually, they can't bring light for 5 because their mana doesn't work. That's good. But I still don't think we have a very good position. Dreadbore, okay, yeah, that's pretty bad. Well, land is good. So we can let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, one more land and we can play Ugin. Do we want to just play this Grazer? I think I'm going to and just chump block with it to fill the graveyard for Uro at this point. If they do have discard, we still have the Nephalia Academy. But yeah, I mean, we could have cut potentially an Arboreal Grazer for land, and like if we had, that would have been amazing. So that's a bummer. There you go, get there, dude. Come on, land. One land, and we can play Ugin. They get Uro, Dreadbore. Wait, they hit so many things. Yeah, getting 5 hits there is rough. I'm just going to chump. We're quite behind, but we're not dead. Although, I mean, just having Dreadbore for the Ugin is rough. They could also Thought Eraser us. So yeah, we're mostly dead, but we have maybe a chance. If we have like 3 lands on top of our library, we have a chance. Oh, if they just played Teferi, that'd be great. Although, I guess they get Teferi plus, and then in our draw step, Thought Eraser us. Thoughtseize, okay. So that's one of their unknowns. They have these and 2 other cards. We're just going to discard this. It's a Planeswalker, so that makes Emrakul a bit better. Also, one more card in our graveyard and we can Uro, so that's something. They do want to go for the Thoughtseize, or the Thought Erasure. They could also just escape Uro. Looks like that is what they're doing. So yeah, we're pretty much just dead to this. I mean, I guess if we drew Fabled Passage and could put our own Uro into play, that's our 1 out. Or if we drew another Shrine of the Forsaken Gods. Oh man, that's so annoying. 1, 2, 3. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, yeah, we're. I guess actually no. Fabled Passage still gives us Emrakul. But that's so frustrating to just have this hand and be missing land drops. Yeah, well, it looks like my long run of match wins ends here, so that's a bummer, but it happens. Hopefully we can get there in the next round. So they cast a Teferi to shut down unexpected results, which does not actually do very much. They can draw step Thought Erasure us. Are you kidding me? Why can't we just draw lands? Actually, yeah, well, I guess I won't concede. I mean, Yeah, if we can get to the point where we can cast these, we're golden. But if we draw, there are some lands that would let us get there. Well, I got max punished for cutting lands. I'm never doing that again. Oh, wait. We have Uro. That's good. Okay, so bye-bye, Worldbreaker. This turns off our Emrakul's, but we still have 2 Ulamog, so we'll definitely do this. Please, lands. Please, lands. Yes! Thank you. Not like a snazzy land, but still a land. And now 1 more land and we can cast Ulamog. Wait, yeah, actually, maybe we're not in terrible shape here. But we do need to draw land. We need to draw land. So they bounce our Uro, so even if we miss the land, we can just play Uro. Are they just casting their Niv? Oh no, Rakdos' return. So how do we win here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, that sucks. We have to just discard all of these and then hope to hit something that will let us escape Uro. Are they really gonna make me do this for all of them? That's really sad though. Man, we actually had a chance, almost. We were close to having a chance. I mean, yeah, if we have perfect draws, we could maybe get there. Okay, yeah, we're dead. Oh, that was a frustrating match. Very, very frustrating. So many things went wrong, and we still had a chance. Alright, well, yeah. Moral of the story, don't side out lands. That just seems like it's just not a good move at all. So we're playing 30 normally, so we were at 29. Because we brought in 2 and cut 3. So, I mean, we obviously have a lot of lands still, even after that. But, like, you just need so many. It's a million times worse to miss land drops than to flood in this deck. Like, it's not even close to being close. So, yeah, don't side down on lands, moral of the story. Alright, we have our opponent. Hopefully we can draw enough lands this time. We haven't gotten to use Golos yet. I hope we can do that. Alright, on the play, that's nice. Reveal this dude. Not playing Yorion, so that's unfortunate. This hand is bad. Again, we don't have enough lands. But I am going to keep it because against Lurrus, Arboreal Grazer could actually be really good, just as a blocker. It's definitely awkward at both of these, and we have too few lands, so it's not a good hand per se, but I do think, like, Arboreal Grazer is probably our most important card in this matchup. Like, if they just play 2-power creature, yeah. Oh, well, that could get bigger than the Grazer, but that's fine. If they use a pump spell to kill our Grazer and we still get to play land with it, that's a good deal for us. I don't think I want to shock. I don't think we gain that much from playing another Grazer here. So I'm just going to pass. Hopefully we draw unexpected results. Oh, this sort of deck. I haven't seen this deck in a while. Black-white SRAM, I think. Yeah, that's what it's called. Sentinel's Lad. Okay, I mean, that makes it bigger than our Arboreal Grazer. I'm going to not block here. Although, if they play another... Okay, I will block it now. That saving 5 life seems worth it. So if we can get to Ugin, we just instantly win. So that's our main plan. Let's draw a land, or... Okay, well, that's something. I think I'm just going to play Hypno Reveal it, and then we're just going to play Uro this turn. Actually, no, playing Uro does not even... Or playing Arboreal Grazer doesn't really do anything, because it can just block next turn, too, and prevent even more damage. So I think I'd rather save the 1 life. I mean, I guess we could block the Warrior, but that doesn't really... Oh, come on! Oh, missing land drops again. Why? No, we just need to play infinite lands in this deck. That's frustrating. So we're probably going to lose. And this actually will just be a... I mean, this matchup is really all about the Ugin. Okay. So we get... Oh, wait, no, this has reach. So we're taking a ton of damage this turn. Please, lands. Alright. I mean, we can chump block for one turn, but that's so rough to back-to-back games just, like, miss land drops. It seems ridiculous for this deck to ever miss land drops, frankly. Do we change anything? Courser seems okay. I think I'd rather Courser than this. Giganta is not really necessary here, and Courser does seem pretty good overall. And I'll cut one Emrakul, which is quite a bit worse than Ulamog, and I think another Emrakul. We're like, really, this is about Ugin. And Emrakul is just super expensive, and like, I mean, we've been drawing uncastables a lot. I do think we've been drawing them a disproportionate amount of the time, but it's really costly in this matchup because we can't ever get to the point where we can hardcast them. Ooh, so we don't have blue mana, but I'm still gonna keep. If we do find blue mana, this is like the perfect hand, and we have Golos to sort of bridge the gap. Wow, they're on a multi 4. So over half of our deck is lands. I mean, exactly half overall, and more than half because of because we have a lot of spells in hand. So we would really love to see an island off the top. Caves of Koilos. Hopefully they Thoughtseize us instead of playing a 1-drop. Okay, they have the Hoplite. That's the best possible start for them, so that's too bad. Okay, not only is that uncastable, like, yeah, not only is it not a land, it's an uncastable spell. So, yeah, I really think this deck needs to play more than 30 lands, frankly. Like, this is just unacceptable. You can't ever win if you miss land drops early on. Like, that just completely defeats the entire purpose of the deck. I think you should be playing at least 31 lands in this deck, probably. I mean, it has been a small sample size, but we've gotten mana screwed so much more often than Flood has been an issue. And it is just absolutely debilitating to miss land drop with this deck. Okay, Thoughtseize we do not care about at all. I mean, I guess taking unexpected results is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, we just want to have like 6 lands in a row on top of our library. That's literally what we want. I would, if I could choose that, I would take it in a heartbeat. Although I guess having some blue lands mixed in near the front of that would be nice, or at least one blue land. So far, I think the changes should be cut 1 Uro and 1. No, actually, we should probably have 4 Uro. Cut the 2/4 for a 31st land, and maybe try and fit in one more land. Well, oh wait, we can't even get Giganta. Okay, yeah, maybe we should just not have the Coursers, and it's just more important to have the Giganta. But again, like, if we had lands, like, if we had any spells we could cast, we would have things to be doing. Okay, another Thoughtseize is definitely good for us. You take the unexpected results, I would imagine. Yep. Another Thoughtseize? Okay, Ethereal Armor. Please, deck. Give us some lands. Nice! That is a sight for sore eyes. So, cast Uro. If we draw another island, that'd be amazing, and we could cast Growth Spiral. Beautiful! Okay, that's awesome. Very, very happy about that. That couldn't have gone better. So now we can fetch, get an island. So we'll have 4 cards in our graveyard. We're 1 short of being able to Uro. So we're getting close to that. They only have 1 card in hand. I mean, they also did multi 4, but So yeah, we should be able to win this. If we can't win this game, that's not a great sign for this matchup. This really is a metagame deck. You need control decks to be most of the metagame for this deck to be good, I think. Fetch this. Growth Spiral. Nice. Okay. Put Force into play. Well, sweet. That's just that's a nice Ugin there. 5, 6, 7, 8. And this will almost definitely draw the concession. Alright, sweet. So turn 5 Ugin, pretty good. Turn 5 Ugin through double Thoughtseize. Alright, so that went a little bit more according to plan. Do we want to make any changes? I kind of feel like I just shouldn't be playing these in general. Which means maybe we just go back to the main deck. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that. Not ideal, but yeah, I think, yeah, Jegantha is just too important. Don't play Courser in the sideboard. We're learning here. We're all learning. I've never played this deck before, like I said, so I think Courser is like a slight upgrade over some of the spells in the deck, but Jegantha is just like a free thing that's really nice, so I need to think of another good anti-aggro card. I really wish we could play a Thragtusk, but that's not quite legal. Let me know in the comments if you can think of a card like that. Like a nice life gain card that's still a reasonable hit off of unexpected results. Alright, reveal our Jegantha. And how are we mana screwed again? I'm gonna keep it. We're on the draw. We have a 1-drop, and we have Ugin, which is our important card. Although I guess they can Thoughtseize us. But once again, we just desperately need lands, specifically blue lands. Thoughtseize, please. Dang it. Blue land, please. Oh! No! Mana screw again! Okay, well, it's going to be really hard for us to win this one with having no lands in hand right now. Wow, lots of favorite hoplites. This attack is not going to be too successful, so we just want to draw, again, 6 lands in a row, starting with an island. So we have 28 lands out of 51 cards. A very strong majority of our deck is lands. Sentinel's Eyes. So that becomes bigger than our O3s, but we can block the other 2. And then we have 1 card. So we have some time. But, like, again, yeah, it literally just all comes down to whether or not we can draw lands. That is definitely fine. Please, deck. Deck. Why are you doing this to me? We should just be playing 45 lands, I think. That's really the only answer at this point. Okay, so we can block this, but we're just super dead, right? We take 7. Like, maybe if they draw only lands and we draw perfectly, we can do it, but it definitely starts with the blue land this turn. Okay, that's not going to do it. So, yeah, it's been this frustrating to start this way with just so many mana screw games, but I'm just going to take a look at the deck list and see what we should be doing. So, I think we can cut the World Breaker. We're already good against those matchups. So, cut World Breaker and Dryad for 2 more lands. And they could be, like, value lands of some sort, ideally. I guess, like, I mean, probably just actually another Fabled Passage and another basic. Fabled Passage is nice for fueling the graveyard. And then in the sideboard, cut the 3 Coursers, but I haven't decided what to replace them with yet. Alright. 30 lands is way too few. Please let us draw enough lands. Please let us draw enough lands, Zach. Are you kidding me? Okay, like, we've had enough of these. Like, yeah, that's just, we can't keep a hand with 2 lands. Okay, we can keep a hand with 6 lands, or 5 lands for sure. Bring back this Emrakul. I mean, we're not doing anything until turn 4, but, like, I don't think we need our resources. Like, this isn't a deck that mulligans particularly well. Man, again, yeah, another 2-land hand. I do think we need to play more lands. Like, 30 is definitely too few for this deck, but it's still pretty ridiculous to, like, have this much mana screw this consistently. We put Emrakul in the bottom, and then worst case scenario, we go turn 3, put Jegantha in our hand, turn 4, unexpected, turn 5, play Jegantha, which is not great, but there's also a chance this will just win, and we could draw one of our ramp spells. We will keep, put this back. Thank you, opponent. Triome. Okay, so this is likely Jeskai Luca. This should be a good matchup, I would think. If it's not, that's a bad sign. I guess they have Teferi to shut down unexpected results. Really hope they don't have that here. Oh, not really what we wanted. Notably, that just means we have our average hit quality just became a lot worse off of this unexpected results. So we really, really want to see a Narset or like just anything other than Teferi. If they do play Teferi, I actually think we are still going to play this just because we have a good chance of hitting a land and it's not going to get better really. Okay, beautiful. Alright, so yeah, we're just going to cast Unexpected. So this could just win here. Hit Ulamog, take out 2 lands. Oh, so we hit Yavimaya Coast. That's good. Next turn we can play Uro plus unexpected results. I do think that's better than playing Jegantha. Shocking is good. That means not Teferi, presumably. Okay, fires. Oh, yeah, actually, that makes sense. Fires into not Teferi. Anything other than Teferi? Bummer. Alright, do we just still cast the unexpected results? Ooh, wait. That's good. Well, we're going to start by casting Uro. See what we draw. That's bad. Okay, I am just going to cast this even though it doesn't work. Telling my opponent that I know how this works. Come on, hit a land. Are you kidding me? We hit Emrakul the Promised End? That sucks. That's so bad. Alright, well, yeah, that's actually a pretty fundamental flaw with this card, frankly. I think Teferi is going to be pretty much all over the place, and the fact that this card just gets so destroyed by it is not a good sign. So they hit their Jace, and we can play a World Breaker now, but that probably won't be enough. I mean, if we draw, I guess we'll give them Verdict on its own. If we draw one of our double lands, do we have Ulamog? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, we don't. Draw from Dreams. Drawn from Dreams. So they can't cast anything now. Oh, they took the Verdict. Interesting. So, really hoping to hit lands, as always. Not a land, as always. I'll just cast this. I'm just going to take out their Castle Ardenvale, I think. No, it's probably better to take out the fires. Alright, deck, please serve us up some lands now. Oh, it's just so sad that this happened. We could have just had an Emrakul. Okay, so they have another fires. But at least that means they can only cast 1 spell here instead of 2. Chandra? Whoa. Okay, so this 1/1 is annoying. We could have dealt some serious damage with this Jace, or with this World Breaker. And nice. So we'll cast Gigantha. I guess we'll cast this Grazer, unhappily. Grazer's been bad a lot, but I think that's because we've, like, yeah, I don't think that's because it's, like, bad in the deck. We will send this at their Jace. They have to chump block to save it. And now there's a lot of lands that would give us an Ulamog here. And they could just have Agent of Treachery or Elspeth Conquers Death, so they have good answers, but there's also a chance they'll just win. I guess, yeah, this matchup could be pretty bad. They have Teferi to shut down unexpected results. They have multiple answers to Ulamog. Agent of Treachery itself can just steal one of our things, which is pretty brutal. Oath of Teferi, oh man. They're really going hard on this grind plan. But, yeah, I mean, there's a chance we can win with these Eldrazi if we hit a double land here. Castle Garenbrig or Sanctum, or Shrine of the Forgotten Gods, I think. There's 8 of those cards, so we have 8 cards that would put us in decent shape here. I mean, yeah, we're pretty dead here. They take Teferi, okay. I mean, if we can gain control of their turn, that could do something. We can Chandra to kill one of their plants. Yeah, actually, that would be good. If we could gain control of their turn, we could really put in some work. But we have to draw lands immediately. Like, if we miss a land drop here, I'm just going to concede. Alright, yeah, that's concession worthy. Alright, frustrating game. Again, just missing land drops every single time. Do we change anything? We could bring in disputes. I think I'm just going to, like, always side in these two just because I want more lands in the deck. Bring in those. Cut that. Cut that. And I think we're just going to run this. I mean, we could play disputes, but I think we just need to be doing our own thing. I guess we could cut the unexpected results. Nah, we're not here to play Mystical Dispute. We're here to play unexpected results. We're just gonna... I mean, if we draw any of these cards, which we're almost always gonna have, then we can play it before they play Teferi. Oof. Alright, well, this hand sort of concedes to Teferi, but I am gonna keep it. Like, again, this deck does not mulligan particularly well, and if they don't have a Teferi, then these unexpected results can put in work. And Ugin is super good against them. They can just deal with all of their stuff in one fell swoop. Alright, come on. Growth Spiral. We have 32 lands now, right? So, it would be pretty ridiculous if we still miss land drops. Okay, don't care about that too much. Okay, good. Grab Gigantha. Oh, whoa, they're playing not Yorion. That's interesting. Alright, they might not even be playing Luca, actually. They might just be playing, like, Jeskai, Fires, Planeswalkers. Not Teferi? Nice! Okay, that's really, really good for us. Weird to still be playing this, honestly. This card is pretty weak, other than its emblem, frankly. Alright, well, that was a terrible draw. Would have liked that a while ago, but we could just win here. Let's see it. Growth Spiral. Alright, well, that was not great, but it still ramped us, I guess. We can play Golos next turn or Unexpected Results again. So Fires of Invention into something. Oh no. We're just playing Jace. That is fine. Minus, we'll give them, I think, Fires on its own. They take the Fires, so we split it right. Hoping to draw land, as always. So, we could play Golos, but I think I am going to still play this Unexpected Results. I really want to play it before they get to Teferi, ideally, and it has a very high upside. That is an example of the upside. So, exile this, and I think just a land. Yeah, we'll hit a Triome. We could have hit 2 lands, but I do like the idea of being able to, like, actually deal damage with this Ulamog. So So that's nice. Unexpected results put in some work there, that's for sure. So they have a fires they can cast. Alright, we'll give them Teferi alone. Actually, I kind of want to give them Glacial Fortress alone. I think there's a chance they don't have another land. I mean, Teferi can deal with Ulamog. Yeah, no, we should probably just use Teferi alone. Well, but they have a lot of ways to deal with Ulamog, honestly. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it this way. They'll probably take the 2-pile. Oh no, they took the Glacial Fortress. Thanks, opponent. Nice. So they play Fires, and then hopefully not Teferi. Drawn from Dreams. Okay, that's okay. So we can play Golos now and hit them for 10. They'll definitely hit a land with this so they can play. I mean, I'm sure they'll have a way to deal with the Ulamog next turn. Well, that's a bad draw. We'll see what we hit. They are not playing Luca, it looks like. They're playing Fae of Wishes instead. So we can cast this and get... we're just going to get a land that adds 2 mana. So the Shrine of the Forgotten Gods. Is that what it is? Forgotten? Forsaken. I knew it was something. Alright, so now if we draw one more Shrine, we can play Ugin next turn. We have, and we can, if they kill our Golos, we can play another Golos to get the land that taps for 5 colors. If we get an attack trigger and we just win, so they have to deal with this. But they can definitely do that. Yeah, there's a Teferi. They tuck our Ugin, or our Ulamog, which is sort of bad. Oh, it's a good thing that we're playing Golos, because we do want to shuffle. We really do not want to draw that Ulamog. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, this is why this deck might just be bad. So cast this, they can't do anything about it. Do I want to get... I think I just want to get a Shrine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're just going to get a Shrine. And is there any value in casting this Arboreal Grazer or holding it? I guess I'll cast it. There's maybe a world where we need to do the reach for some reason. So here, our promise definitely would have been better than Golos. Worth noting that. They played that, sure. I mean, this Ugin can really go to work on their board. Narset, yep. I guess, yeah, that's a slight argument for not playing the Arboreal Grazer, but I don't think it really matters. So we'll see. They'll probably just bounce our Golos, if I had to guess. We would prefer for them to plus. They could also pick up their own fires. Okay, they do that. So they can make us discard a card with a Narset, but that's fine. We have a lot of cards we do not care about. Okay, Sanctum of Ugin is good. We're not going to sacrifice this, though. Wait. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we could either play... We could play either one of Ugin and Ulamog. I think Ugin looks better here. Yeah, Ugin definitely looks better. Do we sacrifice is the question. I don't think we want to. Which is scary to them, I'm sure. And then we'll just -5, take out all of the things. They can make a shark and kill our Ugin if they want to, but that's still fine. So we discard Giganta. It's just the least effective out of all these cards. Them not having a shark is pretty huge. Play land. They have a lot of cards in hand, but they also do have to kill us fairly quickly. We'll see if they have another fires. Narset. Okay, so that can kill our Ugin. But then we can just cast Ulamog. And we're also building towards Emrakul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're 2 mana away from casting Ulamog. Or Emrakul. Oh, that's a good draw. Yeah, this is a situation that we can't really lose from when we're just jamming huge Eldrazi every turn. So we'll cast this. Why is it not? Okay, sweet. So we won that game pretty handily. I mean, we had tons more gas lined up afterwards. We can hit land drops, we'll be good. I'm telling you. Do we make any changes? Do we want to bring in disputes? It's sort of fun that all of our cards have different mana costs. Dispute is pretty good. We should probably bring in Dispute on the draw. I'm gonna guarantee that I lose this game by cutting these 2 academies. And cut 1. One unexpected. I'll still play 3 because I do want to play with that card, and it was very good that game. But it becomes a bit worse when we bring in the disputes. And we're on the draw, so we can't really race the Teferi. Okay, we'll keep this hand. It has Ugin, which is our most important card, and no ramp in the first 2 turns, but got some things. I mean, they can play Rest in Peace and shut down the Uros, and that's fine. Okay, we're just going to play this tapped, because we want to draw land, so we don't want to fetch a force out of our deck. Sorcerer's Spyglass. So they can shut down Ugin. That's a bit annoying, actually. Yep, Ugin down. We can take that out with an Ulamog. Ooh, that was a good draw. We can take that out with an Ulamog, but otherwise, this Ugin will be pretty bad. Alright, please don't play Teferi. Nice! Alright, so we will cast this Growth Spiral. Put a land into play. Untap. I'm just going to fetch now just to preserve a bit of information. And I'll fetch, I guess, a forest. And we will cast this Unexpected Results and hopefully hit something sweet. Breeding Pool. That is pretty sweet, honestly. I'm very happy to do that. Yeah, next turn we can go Uro plus Unexpected Results if they don't have a Teferi. There's the fires, so that's step 1 for them. Maybe we should still be playing Worldbreaker if they have this and fires. I'll give them just the Draw from Dreams, which they'll almost definitely take. Yep. Just want to make sure I have enough mana, so I tap 3. Yeah, we have enough. So cast Uro. Well, it's a bit of a bummer to draw that instead of being able to Unexpected Results into it. So, pretty much happy to hit most things here, except Arboreal Grazer. That sucks. Alright, well, I mean, that happens. Sometimes you hit Ulamog and sometimes you hit Grazer. Man, the land would have been so good there, too. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, if we draw, there's some draws that would give us Ulamog this turn. What do they hit with this? Supreme Verdict. Okay, not too worried about that. Alright, that is more annoying. Hopefully we can draw Shrine. Or, no, we have 8 draws to give us Ulamog this turn. Making a 2/2 Shark is pretty weak, because that can just get blocked by our Razor. That's so bad. Oh, I think we're just gonna start with Uro. So that could have been a land. Yeah, that would have been one of these academies, or an unexpected result. Unexpected results would have been worse, or slightly better, I guess. But oh wow, that was stupid. That was really stupid. I totally forgot about the Narset. So should not have cast that. But I mean, yeah, we're pretty alright. We need to land here very badly. Nice. Okay. So yeah, again, we should have just cast unexpected results twice there. So that was a misplay. I mean, there's some argument. Oh wow. I mean, the fires doesn't really add much, so they'll take whichever planeswalker is better for them. I think I'll just put Teferi alone since they already have a Narset. My guess is they'll take the Narset pot. Well, I don't actually know what they'll take. They take Teferi, alright. So we're about to be able to cast Ulamog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So any land gives us Ulamog. And then, or any untapped land. And then we can take out their Sorcerer Spyglass and one of their lands, probably. And then next turn we'll just go for Ugin. So we're in reasonable condition, even though they have a million things going on. Alright, they have this little combo. That's a bit annoying. Come on, land. Big draw here. If we hit land, this is a much, much better position. And we're definitely not... Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So... tap all these things, jam our Ulamog. And so we definitely want to take out the Spyglass. The other one is an interesting question. We should probably just take out the fires, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. And we're not going to sack the Sanctum of Ugin, I think. Although, maybe we should just sack it. Discard, Mystical Dispute. Actually, yeah, we will sack it. We have enough mana for Ugin either way, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have plenty. So I'll just do this and get an Emrakul. Would we rather get another Ugin? No, I think Emrakul's a bit better. Yeah, we're getting Emrakul. Because also we don't have enough mana to replay the Ulamog, potentially. So they can only cast one real spell this turn. They can tuck our Ulamog with Teferi, but then we can just play Ugin and kill all their stuff. Really, really good that they're not playing the Luca package. Fae of Wishes is just not anything compared to Agent of Treachery. So do tuck our Ulamog, as expected, plus some Teferis. We'll see what they do here. They discard this Supreme Verdict. So we don't know about much of their hand at all. Play granted. Ooh, do they have another Sorcerer Spyglass? Okay, that's bad. I mean, we can play Emrakul this turn, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so we can play Ulamog this turn, or Emrakul, and then hopefully find a way to deal with all their stuff. They have a lot of cards, so we'll have a lot of options, that's for sure. Land. Okay, so... yeah, I mean, this should be... I think we're in pretty good shape here, even though they are doing a lot of things. 8, 9... One mana shot being able to use Giganta 2. So we'll pass back to them. We can kill their shark, obviously, and we can do some damage, I think. Okay, well, they have a lot of stuff here. Start by minus the Jace for sure. Okay, we'll just split them like that and take this pile. We can minus the Teferi to bounce something. We can't, unfortunately, we can't bounce the Pithing Needle and then do anything. We could play Chandra and use it to kill something, but that doesn't seem great. We could play Narset, discard Chandra to kill Teferi. That seems good. I think we're going to start by bouncing the Pithing Needle. Okay. And then we can play Narset and minus discarding. It's probably, well, we could even just discard Pithing Needle, maybe. I guess Elspeth is their only answer in hand. Oh, they could bounce, but other than that, it's their only answer in hand. Actually, they have 9 cards right now, so we actually do want a plus so that we can discard some stuff to hand size. Draw a Verdict. Okay, that is an answer, actually. They have a lot of answers to this Emrakul, but we have a lot more gas coming, too. So play... do we actually want to play anything? We could just go to discard and pitch 3 cards. I'm going to Granted. Yes. And then we'll see if they have anything. Players may view only their own sideboards. What? Wait, are you kidding me? Wow. That's weird. I did not know that was a rule. Well, that sucks. Okay, so we should, that's really bad. We should have been able to discard 1 more card. So now we can just, attack here, kill this. Yeah, that sucks a lot. Now they still have their Teferi in hand. Okay, so we got pretty blown out by that. Go to discard. Oh, wait. We should definitely loot here first. So we'll untap this land and another normal land, and then... Oh, yeah, that was stupid. I definitely misplayed there. That was stupid. So they discard a card, they draw a card and then discard Elspeth. We discard Grazer. Then they discard the hand size. We'll pitch. Let's see. Do we even care about the verdicts, or do we go for some of their actual threats? I think we should discard the needle, and then I guess probably we should do the verdict. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Well, it's fairly even right now. I mean, they can bounce our Emrakul with their Teferi, or bounce it with their little Teferi, but we know that we'll get it back soon. We also have an Ulamog coming up and an Ugin in hand, so we have a lot of stuff going on still. But yeah, so actually, in hindsight, what I should have done, my opponent is absolutely right. We should have played Fae of Wishes, and then discarded 4 cards with it. Although, I mean, we still discarded a bunch of cards. This is a bizarre rule. This must have been a new rule, because I've definitely seen opponents... Like, I used to think of, like, one of the first things you do when you have an effect to gain control of your opponent's turn, the first thing you do is look at their sideboard. So that's a new ruling in the last... I mean, not new. It could be, like, 2 years old. But, like, 3 years ago, that was not how that worked. They play Narset. They can also play Little Teferi. Let's see what they hit. They're probably digging for another needle effect or a verdict or something. Man, both of these decks should be able to beat any deck in the long game, so it's pretty funny that one of them is going to lose. Alright, so they get another needle, so Ugin will be shut down. Although, oh wait, no, yeah, they do have a land, so they can play Teferi, bounce our Emrakul, and Needle Ugin, I guess. But then we can just cast Emrakul again. So Needle, shut down the Ugin once more. We also do have this Uro in our graveyard, although that doesn't do too much against Narset. So they're just going to bounce our thing. If they do, we'll do the Fey play this turn. And if they just plus, okay, they do just plus, so we can kill. I think we'll probably just kill Narset. Well, there's legit arguments for killing any of these, actually. Well, that's good, too. We'll just do that. 1, 2, 3. That's 8, 9, 10. Boom. Wait, maybe that was the Emrakul, the Ulamog they tucked. I don't remember. But either way, shut down this. And, alright, yeah, they said GG's, which is fair. It is game over at this point. I'll leave them with their Teferi. Or no, I guess we'll just kill their... Okay, yeah. So we got them. We can beat the control decks. That is a matchup I'm not too worried about in general. I mean, we lost the Niv Mizzet because they have a fast clock and also because of rough Manus group, but yeah, that was pretty sweet. So fighting for that 3-2, we can do it, I think. Yeah, I think we can do it. Just need to hope that we draw enough lands. I wish I could pre-sideboard and bring in those 2 lands on the board. Again, this is my first match ever or my first league ever with this deck. I feel like after not very long, you'd realize that 30 is not enough for this deck. What? Alright, edit this part out. Oh, okay. Yeah, after not very long with this deck, you can realize that 30 is not enough. Mana Screw is just, or Mana Flood is just not really a thing, especially when you have 4 new Rivulets to find Uros. Alright, reveal our Jegantha. Our opponent has elected to play first, and beautiful hand. I mean, no plays between turn 1 and turn 6, but our Boreal Grazer and lots of lands, and that's really all we're trying to do here. Temple Garden, be tapped. Nice. So we'll play Forest. Breeding Pool is a great draw. Grazer. Put into play Breeding Pool tapped. Next turn we can get Jegantha. Unless we draw something that lets us put more lands into play. Mana Confluence. Is this a Winota deck of some sort? Voice of Resurgence. That is a truly horrible card here. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. It gets blocked by this, and we have no instance. So, we'll play Castle Garenbrig and grab this Jegantha. Next turn we can Unexpected Results. One thing to note is we've drawn a disproportionately high number of lands and a low number of bonks, but also a low number of cheap plays. So, Unexpected Results definitely could hit something weak here, but hopefully it won't. Okay, that we can just chump block next turn, most likely. Right, I'll play a Shrine, and we'll see what we hit. We could just win here. We could also hit a Grazer, but even a Grazer would actually not be horrible. Golos, that's definitely fine. I think I'm just gonna grab another Shrine. We're just trying to get Ugin down here, I think, for the most part. But that shuts down their attacks very well. I mean, they could just play Winota and then they get 2 triggers, so that's not great. But we're gonna get to Ugin very soon. 2 turns. They shock, so it almost definitely is Winota, although, with the way they're tapping, maybe not. Oh, Pia and Kieran? Well, they're going to have a huge Winota turn next turn, most likely. But then after that, we can play Ugin, and that should clean everything up pretty well. Okay, another castle is not great, but it's not terrible. Well, actually, it is not great overall, but it's, I'm okay with flooding. We have a lot of draws in our deck. So next turn, we can go for the turn 5 Ugin again. And Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So, hopefully that's good. It will not kill these tokens. If they go for Winota and then hit that 7-drop, that would be a bit annoying. Then we'd have to decide if we wanted to kill off our own Ugin to deal with it. And I'm not sure what the answer is, but hopefully they don't hit it. Although, yeah, they're very likely to if they have 4 triggers. They can look at 24 cards. Oh, Tide Taker. Oh, but then they have Eldritch Evolution to sack the Tide Taker. Alright, so can they hit their 7-drop? There's a big attack here. If they don't hit that 7-drop, I think we just win. They only have 1 card. But if they do, honestly, we're still probably ahead by a decent amount. Because they'll only have these 2 Thopters. And, like, we won't have anything going right now, but we'll have so many lands. I'm assuming they're not playing Agent of Treachery. I don't think they play that these days, but I could be wrong. Okay, another Winota. That doesn't do anything. I mean, it puts an attacker on the board. Well, they hit the Marauders, so... And a Tide Taker. Okay. So, a lot of damage coming in here. We are definitely chump blocking the Marauders. I mean, we're losing all of our things here. I guess so we'll just prevent maximum damage. Like, if we do this, we take 2, 4, 5, 6, 12. Alternatively, we could take 4 extra damage, take 16. Like, what if we do this? Then we take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. But we get to keep our Golos. And if we keep our Golos and we're at 4, we could minus 4 instead. And then keep our Jegantha and... Oh no, Jegantha's dying here. So yeah, then so the question is, would we rather be at 8 without a Golos or end with them having this? Actually no, because this is also still scary. So we should just prevent max damage and then let them kill our thing. Like, we need to deal with this Marauders, and Ugin will be under a lot of pressure either way. So we take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Alright, so we're going to 8, but then we'll sweep their board other than 2 flyers. And we'll have nothing in hand, but lots of great top decks. And it is an exile, so we don't care about the voice or the Tide Taker or whatever. Okay, well, that's not really what we wanted. We'll play a land. If New Reveal, it can help us hit a Uro, though. 8. And yeah, if they hadn't hit the Marauders, we would easily win, like, pretty much immediately. But they did. So, minus 7. Exile all your stuff. Well, almost all your stuff. There's also, they're 2 Winotas down now, which is pretty good. Did you spell? Okay, Tide Taker. I mean, that's fine. We don't have that many draws. That sucks. We cannot actually use, we can't cast Uro even if we hit it right now. So, we don't have enough blue sources, so I should have probably thought of that earlier and played another one of these blue lands. That could end up costing us. So they'll hit us down to 2, and then end of turn we'll crack the Rivulet. Uh-oh. Well, they get their 3rd Winota, so that could kill us here. They get to look at 12 cards too. Yeah, this will probably kill us. Well, that whiffs. That we have a chance. And we die. Bummer. So, let's see. If we had played correctly and had a blue land to play, we would have had a chance to play Uro last turn. Would we have drawn an Uro in the top 4 cards? no. So we were going to lose there either way. Bummer that they managed to get 3 Winotas so quickly and just hitting Angrath's Marauders on both of their Winota attacks, but I do think this will be a pretty tough matchup in general, and I have to acknowledge just because we flooded there, and so it is possible to flood. Do we want to make any changes? Aether Gust is okay, but I kind of think we're just going to run it back. I think our plan is just to have our proactive game 1 plan for the most part. We were on the draw 2 there, to be fair. Well, yeah, we're keeping. It's bad to have both these in the opener, but we have a turn 3 unexpected results. I was thinking if we wanted to shock or not on turn 1, but we actually definitely do, because then we can put Giganta into our hand on turn 2. Shock. Graze. Oh, we do actually need to, we need to draw 1 more land to be able to play the unexpected results, but we have a lot of lands. Hopefully we can make that happen. Nice. Alright, so play land, grab this, and pass. Now next turn we can unexpected results, and we'll see what we hit. I mean, land is most likely, but land is fine too. This is a spot where a Grazer would be bad, but pretty much any other card in our deck would be okay. Even a Growth Spiral is at least a cantrip, so really we just don't want to hit a Grazer. Okay, I'm good to draw land. So, cast this. Got him. We're just going to -2, take them off of mana. I mean, we could plus. Actually, yeah, we should just plus on this. I don't really care about a Tide Taker. They can't play Winota this turn either way. And threatening the Ugin Ultimate does seem nice, if possible. Well, sometimes you just hit an Ugin with your unexpected result. That card is sweet. So, they can attack or not, don't care. I think we're just going to play Giganta. Playing Uro doesn't seem like it accomplishes too much. And I will shoot this. They can get another one, or like a flyer, but don't care too much about that. We have 2 blockers, and this has reach, so we can, even if they hit like a Marauders, we can still protect our Ugin. So they have to do something big this turn, because otherwise Ugin Ultimate will definitely end the game. Sweet! Oh wait, that's only game 2, I forgot. Well, now we're on the draw, so that's not great, but that's nice that we won that one. Do we want Aether Gust? It is pretty good. Yeah, I think we should probably bring these in. It's good against Winota, great against Eldritch Evolution. It can hit their mana dudes. I think we'll cut a World Breaker, just 2 in the middle. We need our big threats to just win immediately for the most part. And then, oh, do we dare cut a land on the draw? Do we dare? We could also cut Emrakul. Yeah, I'm going to cut an Emrakul. We'll see. So, yeah, I mean, there's a world where we unexpected results and hit a land that would have been an Emrakul and get killed. But I think I would rather just make sure we don't get mana screwed. I mean, we still could with 30 lands. Well, we have Ugins. We have no plays before turn 4. Yeah, I'm going to ship this. Because also, having these 3 in our opener means that our unexpected results is so much less likely to hit something good. Okay, this hand is great. Keep and put back. I think I'm just going to put back an Uro. It's decent, but we're pretty much on the plan of, Growth Spiral into unexpected results on turn 3. And we want all our lands for that. And the 3 points of life gain could be nice, but we're also not going to be filling our graveyard very quickly. We don't have a Rivulet or anything like that. So we will play Castle Garenbrig. These will enter tapped, which is something to note, but we can just play 1 on turn 1, then turn 2, play a tap land off the Growth Spiral. Ooh, no 1-drop is great for us. So Castle, Growth Spiral is an okay draw. It increases the quality of our unexpected results a bit, so that's nice. Tide Taker, Voice, yeah, don't care about that. Now we are just going to main phase the Growth Spiral, obviously, but that's fine. Growth Spiral, put in Breeding Pool now. And then pass, and next turn we can Unexpected, and we'll see. You never know with that card, but sometimes it just wins the game. Don't want to hit a Grazer, but most of the cards are decent. Even an Uro is like okay. Land is definitely good. Any of our big cards are good. Golos is solid. Do they have the Garrix thing? Oh, they're sacking this. Oh, getting Pia and Kieran Alara, I would imagine. That is good against Ugin. They could also just get a Winota, I guess, but yeah, I mean, if they get a Winota, they have one hit. Okay, they do go for Pia, so they likely have a Winota in hand, and they'll get 3 triggers, so that's something. I'm going to fetch here because we don't really want to hit a land. We're under some pressure, so we want to be going pretty fast if possible. Grab an island, and come on, Unexpected. Let's hit something good. If we hit Aether Gust, we can at least get rid of the Pia, but that's pretty bad. Alright, well, Castle Garenbrig, not great. Yeah, I mean, this is a big turn. If they have exactly Winota into Marauders, we, I think, are just dead on board. But if they don't, we can, I mean, I guess we just roll the Unexpected dice again. They have a land. That was step 1 for them. Oh, they have Winota. That's step 2. Alright, well, this could be ugly. They have a lot of hits, and Marauders does just kill me, like I said. And even if they don't hit it, we pretty much have to hit Ugin next turn, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, they had a good draw. They didn't have a 1-drop, but turn 4 Winota, yeah, that's just lethal, right? Yeah, bummer. Well, GG. So 2 and 3, not a great result. Double Marauders. Minus 59 on turn 4. Props to the opponent. That is pretty cool. Hitting us to minus 59 on turn 4. We did not do anything, but so 2 and 3, not a great result. I do think this deck is actually, it could be good. I'm just gonna pop up how I think this deck should be modified. So changes that should be made. Courser coming out. Sorry, Gigantha's is just too good. More lands in. We'll cut the Dryad. I think 31 lands is actually probably okay. So we bring in, I guess, one more Fabled Passage. There was a decent number of times where getting an extra card in the graveyard would have been big for Uro or for Emrakul. So we could do that. And then in the sideboard, I really don't, like, the sideboard is so hard with this deck because you really don't want to play, you don't want to dilute your deck much at all. So this is what I would suggest going forward with this deck. So changes to the main deck, we're cutting the 1 3-drop that's not part of our core plan, and then just running it like this. 31 land, I think 31 is enough. I mean, you can Mana Flood, I guess, but 30 is not enough. I think it's way worse to be Mana Screwed than Mana Flooded, and this seems like a solid build, I would say. And then for the sideboard, this is what I'm at right now. I think Whelming Wave is actually quite nice. Against stuff like Winota or just like decks that have a lot of creatures, just resetting and buying some time can be really nice. And then, yeah, some Gust and some Disputes for those matchups. Thought-Knots here, and yeah, I mean, I'm still not confident in the sideboard because I do think, like, you really want all your cards to be, like, you really want your main deck cards. So it's hard to find things to cut, but this is where I would run it if I were to do another league right now. I bet this list could get a 3-2 at least instead of a 2-3. But even though the result wasn't amazing, I definitely had fun. We had some pretty sweet games. And definitely let me know if going forward you would rather me do sort of spicy stuff like this that I'm going to try to make good, but like know that it won't be necessarily the best ever. Or Blue Eye Control, because I'm like 98% sure we would have gotten a trophy with Blue Eye Control. So like maybe you would just rather see another one of those. I don't know. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comments which direction you would prefer me to go. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time.